So, what if I told you that the single most important skill for the next decade isn't coding, it's not data science, it's just learning how to talk? And I mean, specifically, how to talk to artificial intelligence. It might sound a little like science fiction, but believe me, it is already changing everything about our professional lives. Let's dig into why. Okay, this is a question every single one of us needs to be asking ourselves, like right now. Because the age of AI, it isn't some far off future thing. It's here, and it's rewriting the rules of the game faster than, honestly, anyone really predicted. To really get a sense of just how big this shift is, look at this number, 80%. A study from OpenAI, the folks behind ChatGPT, found that a whopping 80% of the entire US workforce will have their jobs impacted by AI. Think about that. That's 4 out of every 5 people. And we're not talking about a century from now. This is happening within the next decade. Half of all jobs are going to be tied directly to AI. Now, this isn't about robots taking over. It's about a new kind of collaboration, humans and AI working side by side. So the real question becomes, are you ready to be a good partner in that relationship? And that brings us to the most crucial point. Just treating AI like a slightly smarter search engine, that's not going to cut it anymore. Not even close. Learning to really guide it, to instruct it, to communicate with it in a clear way, that's what's going to give you a massive, massive leg up in the coming years. All right, so how do you actually become a great collaborator with AI? Well, it really boils down to mastering one new and totally essential skill that unlocks its true power. It's called prompt engineering, and you should think of it less like just talking to a machine and more like being an expert movie director. It's the art and science of crafting these super clear, effective instructions. We call them prompts that guide the AI to give you the exact high-quality result you're looking for. And this is why it's such a game changer. Getting good at this doesn't just make you competent with AI, it makes you an expert. It pretty much immediately puts you in the top 1% of people who can genuinely harness this tech instead of just, messing around with it. So what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's do a little side-by-side. We'll compare a vague, generic prompt, the kind most people start with, to a really well-structured one, and you'll see the difference is, well, it's night and day. So on the left, you've got the equivalent of telling a home builder, hey, build me a house. It's so vague, right? It leaves everything up to chance. But on the right, that's like handing the builder a detailed blueprint. You're specifying the tone, the audience, the format, even the length. You're taking away all the guesswork to make sure you get a predictable, top-notch result. And the results really do speak for themselves. Vague instructions, you get vague, mediocre, unstructured junk. But a structured prompt, that delivers a targeted, high-quality, and beautifully formatted result pretty much every single time. This is the difference between getting a random answer and getting a professional-grade asset you can actually use. This isn't just a technical skill we're talking about. It can be genuinely life-changing. Let's check out a real-world story of someone who felt like their dreams and their passion were kind of slipping away, only to find them again by learning this new language. I mean, just listen to that. I had lost my dreams. I got them back. This came from someone who felt totally stuck, whose professional fire was just out. Learning how to talk to AI wasn't just another skill for their resume. It was the spark that brought back their passion and their ambition. And just look at the actual results. This one skill opened up these incredible doors. We're talking leading workshops for famous filmmakers, giving lectures at national institutions, training government teachers, and even landing a university teaching contract. This is exactly what happens when you go from being a passive user of AI to an expert guide. So, by now you get how important this is. The next logical question is, okay, how do I actually develop this skill? Well, the good news is there's a clear, structured path to get there, and it can happen a lot faster than you might think. You can really break down mastery into this clear, step-by-step progression. You start with the absolute basics, learning the fundamentals of how to communicate with AI. From there, you build on that to generate media and even spot new business models. The next step is mastering advanced tools and automation, which all leads to the final stage, being able to monetize these skills and truly establish yourself as an expert in the field. So let's end with this one thought. The single most powerful, creative, and productivity tool ever invented is sitting right there.
just waiting for your instructions. It's not about what the AI can do on its own, it's about what you can guide it to create with you. So the only real question left is, what are you going to tell it to build?